MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, obviously, a lot of things still up in the air as we get ready for Game 6.
Yeah, you see the results through the first 5 games. It's been everything we could have hoped for. And now, at 3-2, you've got a team coming in here that needs to win the final 2 games on the road to take the series. Going to be a tall order to fill, but I think they're as capable as anyone to pulling it off.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2021 Chicago Cubs.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Matty, this is going to be a fun lineup for me to watch. I get fired up watching these guys because they all have a plan. It works for them. They follow the scouting reports. They grind it out in the video room. I'm interested to see what they've come up with.
John Gray will do the pitching with a trip to the World Series on the table. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, the pride and joy of the Oklahoma Sooners, former first-round draft pick by the Colorado Rockies. Big, strong guy, John Gray. 96 to up at 100 miles an hour. Good, hard breaking ball, and his changeup has gotten better every year that he's pitched. The key for John Gray, throwing strikes. If he keeps the ball in the strike zone at 98 to 100 miles an hour, he is really tough to hit.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Here comes the first pitch. And we are underway as the first pitch of Game 6 is swung on and missed for strike 1. One and one to the Dodgers leadoff man. Just 50 degrees here in Chicago for first pitch, as you can feel that October chill coming right in off Lake Michigan. And it's 1-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. Here now the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Full count now, 3-2. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. Three-two pitch. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
First delivery to him on the way. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. 3-0 now.
Those were two great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
The 3-0. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's been good. 6 for 9. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Well, he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close, and he offered at it. I'm not sure right now if I'm the pitcher. You could probably throw anything you want up there, and this guy's going to swing at it.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Here comes another 0-2. Count remains at 0-2.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home. Hot shot on the ground is short. Story scoops it up. They'll go to Baez at second for the force, and that ends the inning. 1 left for LA. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs' starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about winning a National League pennant here at home?
A huge key I see for this lineup is they're going to have to make this defense work. They're not afraid to kick a baseball around. If they can put the ball in play and make this defense beat themselves, they don't even have to worry about running into a 3-run homer.
Walker Buehler is charged with keeping their hopes alive on the mound here in the League Championship Series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it's not a good thing when you give up 6 earned runs. You kind of put your team behind the 8 ball. It's tough to win when your team has to score at least 6 just to tie. This guy's a much better pitcher than he was in his last one, and he's going to have to be if they expect to win this game here.
Here's George Springer. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Cubs, center fielder, George Springer.
First offering on its way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball one. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Yes, it will. It'll be a leadoff single. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a knee-high fastball. Buehler has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
The 1-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Verdugo waits on it. Makes the play, one away. Stepping into the box, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Springer, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Tolles. He's got it, and there are two down now. And with two away, here's a look at our updated playoff brackets. And the question on everyone's mind is, will we be able to punch our first ticket to the World Series after tonight's ball game? Into the box now, Anthony Rizzo. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. He's running. Pitch misses the throw down. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. An inning in the books. No score on MLB Network.
Leading off for the Dodgers, left fielder, Alex Verdugo.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled high in the air out to right field. On the run is Henniger. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Batting sixth, third baseman, number 13.
First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. There's that slider truly in an unhittable spot. It's 1-1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. The 2-2. Right back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Batting seventh, catcher,
First pitch on its way. Tough slider down low for a strike. Lifted in the air out to center field. Springer has a read on it. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second.
Baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
First offering on its way. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
I always felt 0-2 you had to cover away. If a guy's going to bury you in 3 times in a row, you tip your cap and walk back to the dugout, because that's not easy to do.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Missed with a breaking ball.
I love these grinder at bats right here. Kind of a la Wade Boggs in the early 80s, where he would just foul off strikes that he didn't want to hit and wait for that pitch he was certainly sitting on and drive it off the monster.
Outside and a full count, 3-2. Javier Baez waits on deck. leadoff pitch one more time. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
So striding in, Javier Baez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Chopped weakly to the left. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Batting 6, Patrick Gary.
So striding forward now, Gary Sanchez. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a high fastball for a strike. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. The 1-1 home. His fastball taken high for a ball. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher. Rizzo, the runner at second with one away. Hit hard back up the middle. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting 7, the shortstop.
Coming to the plate now, Trevor Story, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the curveball bounces here, but a good job behind the plate to keep it at arm's length. A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. A ball and 2 strikes. And he chased it in the dirt. Barnes recovers. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. We'll move to the third with no score. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Walker Buehler.
The pitcher, number 64, Walker Buehler.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting 9th, center fielder, Andrew Toles.
And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter, Andrew Toles. Here comes the first pitch. There's a strike. The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch. And for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Here's Corey Seager. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Here he comes again, 1-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Dodgers down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Leading off for the Cubs, right fielder, Mitch Haniger.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball just a bit up. And the changeup is way low that time. Now the 2-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting ninth, pitcher, John Gray.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, John Gray. Here's the pitch. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Verdugo waits on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in, George Springer. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Hit out towards second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis drew a base on balls his first time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
0-1 the count. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis. Popped him up. Bryant has a play, and that's the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
In now is Yasiel Puig. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Outside with the fastball. It's 1-0. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far. Not close. It's 2-0. And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1.
That's a nasty pitch right there. You got to tip your hat as the hitter. You get a nasty slider like that, there's nothing you can do. Actually a quality take.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Henniger is there, and that's the second out of the inning.
First baseman, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Cody Bellinger. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. A 1 pitch on its way. And that.
One strike.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Big rip at the curveball, but he comes up empty, and it's even at 2-2. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Into the bleachers and gone. It's a solo homer for Cody Bellinger. His second home run of the series, and the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
Only the first hit of the night, but it was a big one. He absolutely punished that mistake, and you have to wonder if that will open the floodgates a little.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Hey, I know there's a lot of game left, but that is such an important run there in the top of the first. Try and silence this crowd. I can't tell you, in postseason play, 1 run feels like 3 or 4.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Just 1 hit apiece for both of these clubs. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Here now the 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But the Dodgers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 1-0 LA. Digging in for his second at-bat, Bryce Harper. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Bryce Harper.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And that misses down to 1-1 pitch. Is strike 2 swinging. The 1-2. Misses. Nope, ball 2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Here's Chris Bryant now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1.
Hey, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get on the board right now. Leadoff man has done his job. Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Waiting next is Anthony Rizzo. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Now at the plate, Anthony Rizzo, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
The 1-0 home. And this will be fouled away. Harper on second. Bryant on at first with nobody out. Fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-1 on its way. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around it?
The 3-1. Hard ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly. Kipnis on to first, and Rizzo's retired as well. A double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out, but the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Here's Javier Baez as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. Popped up. Bellinger shading to his right, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in, number 13. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Number 13.
The pitch. In there, and it's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1. 1 out, nobody on. He loses him on ball 4.
The pitcher, number 64.
Into the box now, Walker Buehler. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set. Here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Now batting, center fielder.
Striding into the box, Andrew Toles. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Dodgers leave 1, but they lead it 1-0.
Leading off for the Cubs, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
The 1-2 is a called third strike right on the inside corner.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
That was one of the easiest takes he'll have all year, and it puts him in a great hitter's count. He's got to take advantage of this situation.
Popped him up. Barnes over to his left. 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder,
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. First offering on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Two out, nobody on. And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. Outside, 3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
The 1-0 delivery down the first base line, but a foul ball. 1-1. Haniger leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Right side. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, first basemen aren't exactly known for being fleet of foot, but he's got to make this play. He came out the bag in time. He just couldn't knock the ball down before it got into right field.
Here's George Springer as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. The 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Puig's got a read on it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Cubs strand a couple. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Now back to the top of the Dodgers order, digging in, Corey Seager. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2. Still 1-2. The 1-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Harper has a read on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Missed with a breaking ball. Bounce to first. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. Next up for Los Angeles, Yasiel Puig. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They lead it 1-0. Here's Bryce Harper now to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they face other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Three and 0 now.
Got through the 5th all right, but it looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
Three and 1 to the Cubs left fielder. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
The 3-1 pitch. Popped up. Number 13 moving to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman,
Here's Chris Bryant now. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch on its way. The breaking ball that time in for a strike.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already. So he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Well, you never want to issue a free pass if you can help it, but when a hitter like that digs in, you'd rather he's standing at first than driving a ball out of here and erasing your one-run lead.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He was a double play victim last time around. First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off. One and one, the count to the Cubs' first baseman.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Popped him up. Barnes has a play, and he brings it in on the warning track.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Here's Javier Baez as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now a move over to first. Runner back standing. Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. One and two now as that's in there at the knees.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The 1-2. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
bouncer, but it gets fouled. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Again, he sends it out of play. Payoff pitch one more time. And he misses again, as the command is definitely letting him down now. It's ball 4.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
Here comes the Dodger manager making his way toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he departs, his fate is still up in the air. He could stand to win it. He could get a no decision. He could even be on the hook for the loss if both runners come around to score. Gio Gonzalez trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Gio Gonzalez.
Gary Sanchez will be his first assignment here, as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. We'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And a ball and a strike. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. The 2-1 home. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Backhanded. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. It remains 1-0. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines. On to the 7th inning now, but before we start, let's call on our game summary to show you how we got here. So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. There's Baez. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, left fielder, Alex Verdugo.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball just a bit up. 1 out, nobody on. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. And that misses, so it's a full count. 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Now the Payoff pitch home. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. There's ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
In now, number 13. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. A high fastball is in there.
Great job of getting back in the zone with a hard fastball after the walk. I think he might have let a little frustration out with that pitch.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? To second for 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Dodgers go down quietly, but they're up 1-0. And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop Trevor Story. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Inside here with the hard stuff, and it's 2-1 now. A swinging bunt up the third baseline. And the leadoff man in the inning will get the job done here. It's an infield single.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Chris Davinsky will come on to pitch here, and he'll move into the number 5 spot in the lineup now on the double switch. Juan Lagares is also into the ball game as he'll hit in the number 8 spot here.
Left field is batting in the 8th spot. Number 12, Juan Lagares.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out.
The pitcher, number 55.
Albert Almora will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 5, Albert Almora.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Story leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder. Two and 0 pitch on the way. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Will this be a big out of the bullpen? Kipnis is right there to handle it, and there are 2 gone now. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, George Springer. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. 2 out here and a runner at second. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Hit on the ground out to short. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 1 left for the Cubs. They're down 1-0. Pedro Strop has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 46, Pedro Strop.
Digging in now, Austin Barnes. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Barnes swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He was a 9th-round pick back in 2011.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
So 1-1 is a slider taken for a ball. The 2-1. Line drive to left. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first down.
Now back, the fielder, Juan Lagares.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
Here's Juan Lagares. Drilled to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. The Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a knee-high fastball. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. The 1-1. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order, but they're on top 1-0. Tony Cingrani is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
54, Tony Cingrani.
And now Bryce Harper. No career at-bats for him against this particular arm in the past.
starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Here comes the first pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike. Cingrani hails from the prairie state of Illinois. He was selected in the 3rd round back in 2011.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swings through the slider there. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. The next 0-2 is taken. That's ball 1.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
The 1-2. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And there's one down now.
Up next for the Cubs, 3rd baseman, Chris
Stepping in, Chris Bryant. These two have not faced each other at the major league level. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Bases are empty, 1 man out. One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. Here's the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here's the 2-1. 2-2 the count. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Anthony Rizzo, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Cingrani pauses. 0-1 on its way. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Pulled toward right center field. Cole is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th inning is set to get underway.
Dylan Betances enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Drilled to the right side. And that is into right field. So the leadoff man's aboard here to kick off the ninth.
It's a great job right there to get a leadoff knock. You got the lead. You have a chance to add on in the later innings. Leadoff guy getting on sets the tone.
Into the box now, Jason Kipnis. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive to center field. Springer is there, and he has it for the first out. And now is Yasiel Puig. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
First offering on its way. Dribbled to the right side. And there's out number 2.
Now batting,
Cody Bellinger will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with 2 gone.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Eric Gonzalez will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And a breaking ball stays outside. And they're runners at the corners now. Here's the 1-0. And that one right down Main Street.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Cutter got up on him pretty quickly there, and it's back to even 2-2. From the belt, the pitch struck him out, so it remains a one-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. Dodgers strand a couple, but they lead it 1-0. Kenley Jansen is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
74, Kenley Jansen.
Here's Javier Baez. No career numbers to talk about for this matchup.
Second baseman, Javier Baez.
Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. And he fouls this one off. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 2-2 now to Baez. 2-2 pitch just missed. Another full count offering on its way. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
From the stretch. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
1 out, nobody on. That misses. 2-0.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
The 2-0 on the way. This ball will be chopped foul. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
And that brings in the power-hitting shortstop, Trevor Story. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Jansen comes set. Here it comes on 1-0. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. Fans on their feet in a one-run ball game in the last of the ninth. One ball and 2 strikes to count. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. One strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
And that one run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. The Dodgers have evened up this series at 3 wins apiece. Walker Buehler pitches well enough to get the W. John Gray is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, we're all thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 1 run on 2 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. For the Cubs, no runs on only 2 hits. No errors, they left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, a swift 2 hours and 19 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Wrigley Field, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.